Hi and welcome to Geekology. I'm David.
I'm Sven.
And tonight,
Star
Trek Discovery. Right, well, we're about to watch episode 6. And for those of you who are sticking around,
I'm afraid you're going to have to put up with reactions and general stuff and us pausing things and going, that's pretty fucking cool.
yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Shit, there's a remote.
Oh shit, you're a captain.
Seriously, I can't believe of all the things me and you talked about.
Yeah, let's have a look. Let's kick the head in of a human and have blood all over the place. And let's say pretty fucking cool. And which is the one thing that people are going to throw their toys out of the pram about?
Can I tell them my Facebook story? Because I think
go
that's
on.
funny.
Please feel free.
I got a warning on a Facebook, I got a warning on a Facebook group for cyberbullying because somebody said that he could no longer let his young children watch Star Trek Discovery due to the bad language. And I posted what I thought was a sane, sensible, relatively balanced counter argument, which was, so you're okay with the blood and violence.
Yeah.
And then I may have also referenced specifically the kick to the face, which both of us went, we watched it, but we were both perfectly fine with it in the episode because it fitted well with the story.
It was in context, a bit like, say, the swearing.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's my Facebook story. I've been told off for being a bad boy.
Do you know what I find really, really quite funny about that whole swearing thing is the fact that everybody who has a problem with it completely missed the fact that everybody in the room, in the scene, literally stopped and looked at Tilly as if to go, what?
I'll tell you the thing that I think is funny, because me and you see that scene a little differently. The thing that I thought was amazing about it is that people lost their mind, and yet when Data did it, everybody thought it was hilarious.
No, I lost my mind.
Yeah. Okay.
But then it was Generations, so
we all lost our mind. Yeah, that was dead.
I had the problem with Generations is I had the soundtrack before the movie came out, and I had a much better version of the movie in my head because of the soundtrack. That's never good. Nothing's ever going to live up to the movie in my head from the soundtrack, to be fair.
The
opening sequence didn't work.
The only part of that film that I will ever quote.
It's like the fact that the bottle of champagne hits some weird side panel that doesn't actually exist on the ship. It was never a good start. When it should have hit the area with the registration on the saucer. We should have seen the fact that this little bottle of champagne is tiny.
Yeah, it should have just been,
this massive ship. That would have been, just to give you an idea of how big an Excelsior class was, that would have been quite clever.
Actually, you know what? If we were going to be really, really picky, how come the bottle of champagne was able to be thrown without exploding? Because I'm fairly sure a bottle should have exploded in outer space, if for no other reason than the liquid inside it freezing.
It's alcohol. It won't take long.
And it's really cold in space.
They warmed it and then threw it. It's within a static warp shell with atmosphere in it. I'm pushing it, aren't I?
Yeah, you really are. Yeah. And apart from anything else, the champagne.
It was made of transparent aluminium.
Okay, how about this? When the champagne broke on the hull,
it should have vaporised in contact.
Okay, and it didn't. And even if they went, well, no, it didn't. No, just liquids don't behave that way. No gravity.
I tell you, the biggest missed opportunity in everything to do with Excelsior class and to do with the Galaxy class, and in fact any of the biggest ships, was that we never saw a Constitution class side by side properly to actually tell you how big these damn things were. Because even in Star Trek 6 and in Star Trek 3, you never really saw the Constitution class and the Excelsior next to each other.
No.
So you could actually see how big it was, simply because the models wouldn't allow you to.
Well, yes, but still, that would,
And the fact that the Constitution refit was not allowed,
all day.
was not allowed to be intact in one piece in any of the TV shows was insane.
I'm just like, yeah, I've waited all that. Do we want to watch the recap? Do we need the recap?
I don't know, do we? Yeah, we probably do.
Did they brighten this up?
Ambassador
I don't remember it being that colourful the first time.
As discussed, this is my ward.
The only female Michael I ever heard of was Michael Burnham.
You know, I would love to see this in 4K HDR.
Captain Gabriel Walker.
Buy me a better telly and I will quite happy.
Quite me one
What
first.
am I going to do with you?
Sony A1, thank you very much. OLED.
Oh yeah, well we both like them. Yeah, considering his entire crew died, yeah, that works. That's very pretty.
Take that
Long and prosper, Ambassador Sarek.
That, on the other hand, is not.
That's supposed to be.
Ship really does grow on you.
Like a fungus.
One injury. Mission success. Hologram battle simulation complete.
Your mother was a teacher, right? Yeah, third grade.
Okay. The Enterprise had holodecks.
Yeah, because you saw them in the animated series.
The animated series.
We came
How
across a
many
holodeck
people-
in Enterprise.
How many people do you think
Are going to throw
lost
their toys
their
out of the
mind
Yes,
about
yeah.
that?
Just because you didn't see it doesn't mean it wasn't there.
Actually, there
Plus, we've got to bear in mind we're not.
can't
that
remember
far
which
off
novel it
those.
was. I have a funny feeling it was Ashes to Eden, but I don't
Ashes
want
to
to.
Eden, okay.
Do not want to go on record as saying that
No, fair
because
enough.
sometimes I get my titles confused. But
You're telling me William
Kirk-
Shatner wrote that, Nick?
Kirk tried a simulation, and it wasn't on a holiday. It was meant to be a holiday. It was a training simulation, and basically they wore heavy spacesuits, and it was all projected onto the visor, and sensory feedback was through the suit. And he
So
was
VR.
fighting. Well, yeah, and he was fighting the Gorn, and the quote was, "I never thought my logs would become entertainment."
Right. The problem we've got is that our technology has moved so fast.
I have no
But,
issue
yeah,
with this.
I mean, it's just,
And the only point I was making was for the video, because this is the
Yeah.
point of us doing this, was before anybody said blah blah blah. So the animated series quite clearly
Yeah.
showed holodecks. So.
This is the thing is that in the next couple of generations of PlayStation, you're going to see a VR unit with sensory feedback, sort of thing, and then before it gets too far, it'll be projected into a room. It's really
While you're
rocket
on a
science.
treadmill.
Now, interestingly, they were not interacting with any of those holograms physically.
No, it was just a shooting gallery.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
It's a shooting gallery. That's all it is. It's not really a holodeck. It's a holographic simulation in a combat training exercise. It's not a holodeck as such. So, yeah. that
I
might
know,
be
but I
fair
was
enough.
just. I bet you somebody's lost their mind over that.
Oh, yeah.
I do my homework. This is good. Think I'll let just anyone walk my ship?
Oh. Oh.
Someone likes the armoury.
Oh, look at the pretty face. Look at the pretty face.
Why are they all wandering around with these these phaser rifles when there's perfectly good phaser 2s running around? If those phaser rifles turn out to be phaser 3s, I'll be very impressed.
Well, we wouldn't be playing with these toys if you didn't.
He referred to a phaser as a toy.
22, sir. We'll let you know, sir. Good.
That was a lovely shot.
According to our
Will
flight
be
plan,
a rallying cry to those who value logic. Above all, Vulcans will soon recognize and withdraw from the failed experiment known as the Federation.
Remain Klingon. True Vulcans.
Yeah,
A martyr Vulcan.
yeah. Oh, after what we saw in Enterprise, come on.
I know, but I was hoping we weren't going to have any more of that. I had enough of that with Enterprise.
Skip the damn intro. terrible.
Really don't like it. I don't really
Nutrient-filled burritos.
appetizing and what? Since when does the computer comment on your food?
This is my chicken soup and coffee. This is my chicken soup and coffee.
Try to make some hotter.
My God, they're humans. Shocking.
My thoughts to your thoughts.
I wonder how long we're going to be playing off this whole...
He's got Bandai because of this. Yeah.
See, now that would be a good reason for Vulcans not to do mind melds and all that, because of psychic
For
residue.
generations they didn't, did they?
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying it helps reinforce the Vulcan storyline a little. Laser burned stanchion poles around the fire pits. That's gorgeous. Completely CG, but gorgeous. Oh, how beautiful is that?
Which part are you referring?
I was specifically referring to the Idic symbol with the wrong coloured stone in it.
Well,
Although I do prefer it in red now I've seen it in red.
fair enough.
Although the outfit is very nice as well.
You were wrong to believe in me.
That is really nice.
Weird.
Somebody like the Matrix.
My country has been with you. My
Oh,
thoughts
we
to your
didn't need
thoughts.
that flashback. We didn't need reminding.
You're in sick bay. What's the matter with her?
Yeah, we did.
I have no idea.
I didn't.
Nothing shows up on any of her
People
scans.
generally probably
It's
don't.
not me, it's Sarah.
Why do they give each of the captains their own little eating or drinking anomaly specifically?
It's like kind of crazy. You're talking about building a synthetic mind meld augment. Groovy.
Earlier, your trip down the mycelium path has
Groovy?
lightened your mood.
Did they learn the lesson from the last time?
It's pretty great.
I'm guessing from your reaction that modifying this
Yeah,
normal
but
cancer is a
isn't
violent
groovy a
issue
term
when
that's
I-
used in toss? It's coming into fashion. It's
Groovy.
aligning the yeah.
I just think they went with groovy.
Pump those same signals into your noggin, and voila, Sarah fish.
Noggin.
I just say this conscious.
These technical terms are losing me.
Uncharted superhighway
Very quick side note, which I will bore our viewers with. I was watching, I can't think what, Dropping Point this week with my mother. And there was two questions that infuriated me. It's a quiz show where they put coins into one of those machines.
Oh, good God! It's a penny arcade, right?
Yeah, essentially. The two questions which I just couldn't believe, they are okay, they were celebrities, but still was, what is the name of the outer atmosphere of the sun, which is also a name of a famous beer? Okay, they didn't get it, which immediately just made me cringe. I was like, okay. But the one that really annoyed me, a toy named after a famous physicist that is used on office desktops. Okay. The answer, Newton's balls. No, it's Newton's cradle.
Yeah.
Never been referred to as Newton's balls.
God.
But it just genuinely it made me cringe that they didn't know what Corona. That just
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
yeah, but Newton's balls.
Newton's balls.
Newton's
Right.
balls.
Okay.
I can sense this
Where's
in
Michael?
He's thinking, what do you do with your own brain? You've hit yourself with drugs, you put yourself into a mycelium network, and you think this is all groovy? It's heading towards the 60s with every single
Okay,
step.
alright, you know what? I am having problems now. That far into the future, speed still exists?
Well,
Really?
Don't forget, they're moving back towards the 60s. Any minute now, we're going to be in the 60s.
Speed? I don't... What?
They'll be doing some LDS next.
He know this so that he doesn't accidentally order the ship into a nebula
It's this nebula, specifically,
specifically.
and he's a soldier. He's not worthy.
one of the bridge officers may warn him. Oh, by the way, that
Yes.
would have made blow us up.
Yeah. That's the point of a bridge officer, is to go,
Okay.
Captain, I don't think that's the best move, on the basis that you'll blow us all up.
He's been really laid back since he's communing with his spores. He's the captain of confidence.
Yeah. Bring it back alive, or don't come back. Yeah.
Oh, somebody evidently thought the Delta Flyer was a really nice touch. Nice and
Captain, incoming transmission from Admiral
you gotta admit, it looks stupid.
Transferred to my quarters. I'm afraid that won't do, sir.
Unfortunately, it makes more sense than
Oh
the
no,
2D
no,
display.
totally. I have no issue with that. Doesn't stop it being funny.
It is green.
It isn't, but I do like
It
that.
might be green. It's a bit dark.
That isn't dark. Jeez,
That
they-
shuttle looks very, very similar to the Galileo
That
2
old Burnham blessed her, huh?
on the Enterprise
That
A.
is always pushing me to be the best I can be.
Speed?
Talking.
I thought it might be
You know,
smack.
Sarah's mind is, you don't understand.
Got a mini stretcher behind it, or a rack.
As equals.
She cannot thrive in the Vulcan service.
I'm sorry, sir.
They really are into putting pretty things into this, aren't they?
Well, it's like, this is the other thing. It's very similar to the whole 60s, we want all the colours. We've now got 4K and HDR, we want all of the colours.
Musicians. Everybody was kung fu fight.
She said not to, it'll sever the link. I outran you. Damn it, fine.
No.
You're putting the ship in harm's way. You've been ignoring orders.
He's a captain in Starfleet.
You gotta make
It's
Okay.
never going to be the same.
What captain would be the same
Exactly.
after losing his entire crew, and more importantly,
It's that,
by his own command?
let's ask Matt
Less than a
Decker.
week ago, you were being tortured. Now you're back in the chair. How,
That's another good point. Not specifically for this show, but how many of us... Hang on, in last week's episode, wasn't he up a tree? So, yeah, it's a valid point. It's a valid point. I'm like,
Counselor, I was ready to say.
do you feel about that?
Oh, hello.
okay. I'm wetting myself over the fact that I finally get to see the damn badge properly.
And
You're
want to
more
say-
impressed with the fact that she's taking it off to Hoinky Doink.
No, I'm just thinking, everybody's acting like humans.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Later the course back to discovery. Think about who you love, what you wish you'd done differently.
What does he wish he'd done differently?
Well, they nailed that. I like the fact that actual psychology is playing more of a thing in this than pseudo-psychology.
I'm going back in.
So that's one of the downsides of Star Trek. It has sort of skimmed the surface in the past. In a totally good way. Please don't write in.
Service.
You know what the beautiful thing is about that? That adds extra depth as to why Sarek in the original series
Yes.
was so...
Yeah.
So it's
Nicely
enhanced.
done, writers.
So it's actually
Enhanced
enhanced. the
TOS.
original. Oh, that's
Nicely
lovely.
done.
That's,
Nicely done.
Don't say you made me
Michael
believe.
Burnham.
I really do like using her full name.
Yes.
More Romulan-esque patterns and materials.
Show me how to save you like you said.
Does that technically mean she's just giving it him back?
Possibly. But we explained that it means he's suffering from Bender because of the way he's interacting with her. Obviously a human's cartridge, essentially.
That ship a little bit fubar.
I got his transponder.
It's handy that it was right down the control panel on the main central button. Because that's often where I put my transponder. I don't know.
Yeah, because the computer's not automatically going to think, I'm a bit screwed, what should I do? Oh, all the panels will now be the emergency alert button.
If the computer was that smart, it would have sent out the alert.
You'd have thought, but there's probably Vulcans going,
Bad things.
Wow.
Sleeps with a phaser. Here's me when I was 13. Ooh. But they just waiting to get this far into the series before piling on all the serious character stuff. That was beautiful.
Captain.
We still don't know who the chief medical officer is, Joe.
Peace.
that man's got a long neck.
I was thinking he's got a weird
You
neck.
recall this conversation one day. Father,
He didn't have it with his own son, so...
Good luck with that. Well, not for a while anyway. Did he have to die and come back again for that to
A
happen?
couple of times.
and after you get some help, maybe we'll get you back in that chair.
She's not coming back then.
She's dead.
Yep. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Arr.
May fortune favor the bold, Admiral. Good luck with your negotiations.
Oh, man.
Bold, children and ships named... Oh, bollocks. I'm on the wrong ship.
She's so dead.
So dead.
So dead.
When I come back, I'll relieve you. Come back, you're dead.
And the thing was, if this wasn't Starfleet, he would be the one to do it. But he's not gonna.
You sell it before you sell it.
I do not want the computer coming. You're going for the burger and chips again. You will end up a large boy. You don't want.
Can you imagine Councillor Troy? Chocolate, and chocolate. I think that might be your carbohydrates for the month.
I don't want the computer commenting on my food choices. Macaroni and cheese for the third day. You don't want that. And you also don't want blingy shoes. What's with the blingy shoes?
It's the fact that they've actually got the
Deltas.
colours.
Michael Umbird.
That other part.
Sorry, lame. That's a ridiculous jewelry piece.
Greetings from the United Federation of Planets.
Starfleet can't afford to lose the Discovery.
Ooh,
It's bigger
he's
than
being a
all
bit
of us.
dark.
If so ordered, we will try and rescue the Admiral, but not without authorization.
Okay, yes, it could be seen that way. On the other hand, he's just had it beaten into him how important that ship is, and if this is a trap specifically designed to get it.
And she said she was going to relieve him of command the moment she got back.
Oh yeah, so she did.
So if she doesn't come back.
No, I think that's too dark. I guess we're going to find out when he hugs a Tribble in a second. There's your answer.
What was that phaser?
This is phaser. Well, I think that about wraps it up for us. You can subscribe to us here on YouTube. You can follow us on both Facebook and Twitter, and there is the Flickr account. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.
Bye.
Three, two,